Well, Martin, hello, and we're here to pump out the results of our Halloween Hangover Challenge. We had how many submissions?
55. We had
55.
55 submissions. That's amazing and so good. So many good ones. I mean, 99% have been just what? Really, it was a fantastic event. I really liked it. And I would like to thank everybody who participated, to have this community uniting. I would love to thank, obviously, our two sponsors, Wrongtools and Spitfire, because it's even, for the people participating, something more like, wow, there is a prize involved. And at the same point, I would love to invite everyone who is watching this video now, if you haven't subscribed to our channels yet, then just subscribe to the channels, because we can do those things. And we do have those sponsors because we do have a certain community.
That's exactly
the bigger
right.
the community gets, the higher chances are we can repeat it in the future. So just hit, that little subscribe button.
The Ranger experience that clearly all of our subscribers and the submitters to this competition have just blows me away. We had scores that ranged from just full on like crazy like electronic noise scores to really excellent symphonic writing using libraries that had all this emotive energy and really expressive power. There was stuff that was like really strongly motivic, like really used melodies to create the story. And then there were a few people who just took this approach that was just like, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to put my artistry onto this picture. So the two things ran parallel and created a whole third story almost. It was very impressive, really fun to watch. We have
very fun, and there have been several I watched 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
because I like the way how they told the story or enhanced the story or differed from the story, took you in a wrong direction at the beginning and stuff like this. Amazing. I hope everybody had fun, because for me it was a great experience. I had fun myself doing my 2 entries. So I'm twice on the Wheel of Names. You 3 times on the Wheel of Names. You had 3 entries. So
I can't win. You understand that?
No, I was just joking. Of course, we're not on the Wheel of Names.
For us, we feel like it's very difficult to subjectively say this score is worth more than that score. So Martin, Absolutely. You've set something up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we set something up. We have a Wheel of Names. So everybody who participated is on that Wheel of Names. This wheel will spin, and then we will have just the 2 lucky winners of the 2 prizes. For sure, we do have 2 winners of hearts, in my opinion, because B participated and she wrote me like, hey, Martin, I would love to participate. Here's my entry, but I do have everything from Wrongtools. I do have Mercury. So please, my prize, I don't want to be on the Wheel of Names. I would like to leave my place to someone else. Same story with John Finnis. Even John Finnis wrote me like, Martin, I would love to participate, but I'm sure there will be someone more happy maybe if he should win than me. So even me, I would leave just an empty spot. So those 2 are the winner of hearts. Then I would like to mention someone, if that's okay. And then we thought we might talk you 2 that touched you in a certain way, me 2 that touched me in a certain way, and then we will just spin the wheel. This is why everybody's watching the video, I guess. They just want to know if they won or not something.
That's right.
The special mention, in my opinion, goes to, there have been so many people with artist names. We are fossils still going with our real name. So there are so many people, they have artist names, and this guy goes by the artist name of Westbound. Pretty sure it's not his real name. And there's a little story to it, because normally I'm calling him Wes Flute, because there isn't one score that I heard from him where there are some some staccato flutes, like whoop, 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 whoop. He didn't do it this time. And I was pretty surprised. But what I loved about Wes' score, he really started out with some flautando, dreamy strings,
to
then get
writing.
to an orchestral score, rock music,
yes.
then horror. Then actually he jumped through so many genres.
Big changes. No director would ever stand for that.
And so,
but
well done. It maybe didn't fit the picture the most, but I really adored the score that Wes came up with.
Agreed.
As you said at the beginning, just his personality, like have this in mind, and I did this, and yeah, this is something that I wanted to mention because I really was hit by his entry. Like, wow, that's very interesting. That's very cool. And then, yeah, Chris, I would say your first mention. Who's the first score that really you would like to talk about?
Well, like you said, there were scores that had basically unique artistry, who made a real work of art about something. People who took extravagant risks and things that wouldn't pass muster in a with a director. I'm in the back of my head, I always hear the director's voice and imagine what they had to say. And the truth is, if you can free yourself from that, you're probably going to do better work. But yeah, but my two choices, I think, really would pass muster at a commercial level and actually feel to me like they have actual professional potential. And so I guess, out of my first one, I'm going to pick Niak Music's score. There's this beautiful orchestral soundstage, and the sense of mix and place is so strong. You can really feel the orchestral ensemble. It's very believable orchestral writing, which I know is super hard to do with libraries. It was a real standout, and strong spotting, really picked up the storylines. And for that reason, I would just, that's my first choice.
Cool. So let's play it. So my first mention goes to Lauren Lunsford.
Oh yeah, I loved hers too.
She took me a little by surprise because it started eerie and uneasy, but at the very same time so sad. And there was a story in the music, really between uneasy and sad, and I loved it. And then as the movie continued, the music just changed and became always more terrific. And the tension was building, and then there was silence. Great, even if someone meant silence, and then yes, there was the jump scare. And yeah, this was my first thing that I wanted to talk about. Let's listen to it.
Wow. So, okay, I'm just going to give you one more, although there probably are, in my mind, there's kind of like a tie for my second choice, quite a big tie. But I'm going to pick another orchestral writing one, and this is Frank Bell's. And here's what I think is terrific about it. He picked up this shift to pop the story in a way that was as strong as anyone's. I think it was probably the strongest shift to pop the story. And we had the sound design and orchestration working together. It was just terrific. Like that sense of intimacy with the little vocals and stuff. And then once the big shift happens, the big grand vocals as we go to the basement. I think it's possible that the interior quality of the basement is so tight that the big grand vocals, I feel like there's an argument to be had director-wise with that choice, but a big choice, a bold choice, the kind of choice that really just is showing the artistry. For that reason, I think that's my second choice. We should play Frank's as well.
We should play it. And I'm following Frank on Instagram, and he had some pretty cool stories about creating his score and everything. So I enjoyed even this one. So yeah, let's play it. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Then yeah, my second one goes to a score which maybe wasn't the most horror one, but I love the approach, because when I talked about my scores, of course, I shot the movie and edited it and everything, and I had something in mind, even a little bit like a mix between horror and action and this stuff. And Peter Lepahin, his score starts very eerie at the beginning. And then as the first still picture comes, he starts with a melody and some rhythmic elements come in. And then there is the second stills where he just, as the pictures come, he just have 3 booms. Because obviously these pictures, they have been edited to have the chance, if you want to have something like this. And then it continues, and this melody, he had this melody anyhow, continue just faster, ramping up the tension and everything. So it was, some kind, maybe more as an action score, but anyhow, there was then silence and the scream at the end. So yeah, even this one was something that I really adored. And yeah, let's listen to it.
Absolutely great. Listen, why is everyone here, really, Martin?
Yeah, everyone is here to win something. If I'm able now to start this thing, because I do have the Wheel of Names here on a tablet, and I hope that people just believe me that really we had 55 entries. B and John excluded themselves, so there are 53 names on this wheel, and we will just make it spin now. And the 2 winners will show up then on this wheel, and you will read the names big, don't worry. And I suggest we start with Spitfire. Let's do it like this. We make one test drive. So people see how it works. Just to, okay. Let's just, if I
test drive.
This thing is spinning.
Someone's going to be disappointed because their name's going to come up and they're not going to win anything.
No. It stops. And there's the big name. So this is then how the name, and I did this once, and you won't believe 3 times in a row the same name came up.
I don't believe that. That's horrible.
I was getting redder.
It's embarrassing.
And started like, no, it's not really fake. It's true. It's all true. So okay, we draw now the winner of Spitfire Mercury. Got it.
Hooray!
Edu Melo E Souza, you
Excellent.
won a copy of Spitfire Mercury. We will contact you and get you then in contact
Very
with
exciting.
Spitfire. And of course, if this name should show up a second time now, no. I mean, they had their price, because I'm not eliminating it from the wheel, because if someone should have questions, this thing is saved on a cloud. So just to okay. And now there comes the big prize, a 300 euro voucher of Wrongtools, and really check them out. If you don't know them yet, their libraries are outstanding. And I will talk about a lot more about them in the future. So let's do this. The first prize goes to
Yay!
Baron. Even he had a very uneasy, he even was on my list. And yeah, Dennis, congratulations. You won the 300 voucher.
That's fantastic.
Wrongtools. That's an amazing prize, to be honest. I think that's the most, the biggest prize I ever had. I mean, I had lots of giveaways.
You can do a lot of damage with 300 euros on Wrongtools.
Oh, you can. If you don't go for the two big libraries, you can get nearly all the store. They are so reasonable priced.
Yep.
And that's amazing for the work that is in there. Yeah, I think we are nearly through.
That's right. I mean, I'll just say, you know, thanks to my affiliate Spitfire, I recognize that, you know, I'm like a YouTube cockroach, and they're a giant company, and
they are.
It's just terrific that they were willing to drop a little stuff our way. And, you know, I've got to say that, you know, aside from all the other things that are just great about doing this, and it's great to give out prizes and stuff like that. For me, the sense of community that our respective channels can build is probably the biggest prize that I get. I would never have met you, Martin, if it wasn't for doing this, and I'm really grateful that I'm here. And I could say the same thing for dozens of other folks, subscribers on my channel, with whom I have like a give and take about musical ideas. And, you know, I'm always thinking, what do my subscribers need? What's the thing that we need to talk about today? What's important, and where are we going? And, you know, these little competitions tend to focus us as a community, but I think there's a more general sense of just like we're musicians trying to do something that, you know, is going to help ourselves, but also help everybody else.
Chris, it wouldn't be us, I think, if we wouldn't have another surprise up our sleeve.
Let's just hint at it. What are we thinking about coming up? Every year we've done, I'm just going to call it a Christmas collaboration.
Collab, exactly. Yes. This is how it started, and this is what we will do. And yes, stay tuned, because pretty soon we will come up with the precise details. But I think we can already spoiler this. We will have, again, prizes. There will be, again, a wheel of names, and that's... So that this makes me so happy that, you know, that we get sponsors on board. Like, hey, even we, you know, because there's us, the YouTubers, then there's the community, the viewers. Not everybody. Many of them do have even a YouTube channel, and then there's the industry. Anyhow, right. You know, the other developers and then we have even the developers on board. Not only so yeah, really great journey, great experience. I'm sorry for Rebecca that she isn't here. It was planned. She is sleeping, because I just wanted to thank her again, really, you know, for her patience and for her support, and anyhow, for giving herself to this.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to wrap it up. I mean, we've been here long enough. I go look at the entire playlist. If you haven't had a chance to look at everyone's video
playlist,
I guarantee you're going to learn something. Yes.
Check out Spitfire if you don't know them yet, which is but check out Spitfire, check out Wrongtools.
And warm up your sleigh bells, because Christmas is coming.
And yeah, absolutely.
It's nice to see you, Martin.
Thank you. Have a great day. To all of you, see you next video or on the next live stream. I think that's it.
Bye for now.